Hello Internet, another video for the keto vloggers or keto dieters out there. Before you do that, before we go right into the recipe and right into the cooking, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you'll be notified when there will be a new video up in this channel. And yesterday we just had the first ever Spirit and Life over here in YouTube. So again, just a shout out to all of you who are keto dieters. I'm just adding a new content here in my channel. All right, so more ketos and also for Spirit and Life, because as you know, if you don't know yet, I'm also a preacher. I'm also a Catholic preacher here in Cebu, right? And I belong to the Life of Jesus family, the feast. So if you're familiar with the feast, so I am one of the local preachers here in Cebu. That is why I wanted to show Spirit and Life is actually very practical, and I think that there's a direct connection to keto, which is very inspirational in my channel. Keto, I give an inspirational twist to keto in my channel. Of course, I do recipes still, but keto is actually more motivational and inspirational because you need to change your mindset. And Spirit and Life, the new content, is very much like that as well. So I don't think there will be any contrast to the content, but I will be putting them, the separate content, in separate playlists, okay? So if you're looking for Spirit and Life, go to the Spirit and Life playlist. If not, just go to the keto playlist, all right? So now let's go to make our Choco keto balls or macaroons. Let's go. Here are the ingredients. Of course, you need I'm using desiccated coconut. This is 100 grams of desiccated coconut, and also you will need 2 egg whites from 2 eggs, medium or large size eggs, and then you will also need vanilla extract, and also you will need like a few, maybe 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter, and also tablea. This is tablea. I just bought this from the store. And from the sari-sari store, I used 3 pieces of them, tablea. You can use whatever tablea you have, or chocolate, choco you have, tablea, right? So now, I think those are just the ingredients. Yep, those are just the ingredients because this is just going to be a very simple and basic chocolate keto macaroons, okay? So now let's go to making all of it. First step, we need to crack the eggs. And we just have to separate the egg whites from the yellow. So if you know, I'm just using the good old traditional way of separating the egg whites. So I'm just gonna use like this, and then drop it like this. Then there are tools you can use to separate the egg whites properly, but I feel like this is the most the easiest, and I mean, you can do hacks. This is like a hack, right? Because maybe you don't have the tools to do that. So just enough, maybe just enough for you to separate more egg whites from the yellow. You could use the yellow for another egg recipe like an omelet or whatever, but if you don't, usually I just throw it out because I just bought enough. So if you want to make an omelet out of egg yellow, you know, the egg yolk, so you can do that as well. Ooh, so there's an accident. I will have to take out the yellow one and I'll be back, right? So I have a spoon here and I just have to take out this little accident with the yellow, although it's a very minimal amount. Okay, so I'm just showing that you can also have, you know, little accidents in the ingredients, in the recipe, and that's fine. You can just, you know, work around it. Now let's beat this egg white up so that it will be frothy, and after that we're gonna add the sugar. Okay, I forgot the sugar. This is another ingredient. I'm gonna be using 10 packets of these ones, 10 to 15. Let's just say 10 to 15. If it's not that sweet, then I will have to use 15. But it's up to you. It's up to you how sweet you want it. We don't really want it really sweet because the desiccated coconut is actually naturally sweet already. So 10 to 15 packets of the natural stevia. All right, so there, let's do. By the way, guys, you can actually also, before you're beating this, you're gonna actually put the the butter and the tablea together and microwave it for 30 seconds until, or 30 seconds or to 45 seconds, as long as it's gonna be melting, right? And then you're gonna mix this. Let's do that now for 30 seconds. There, all right? Do this first. So after that, you just need to mix them up together. So I'm focusing first on the wet ingredients before, because the dry ingredients are just gonna be just put them all together, and the wet ingredients are the ones that need a little bit more work to prepare. So if this is not melting thoroughly, you can actually put this back in the microwave oven, but you know, it's better to save electricity as well. So just wait for it, because this one is already really warm, right?
So we have still other parts of the butter, and yeah, let's just mix it until it's melted, okay? Let's just let it sit for a while.
And again, if it's not really gonna melt all throughout, then you can actually pop this in the oven again for additional 10 to 15 seconds. All right, now let's beat the eggs. So now let's try to beat the eggs. There. Beating the eggs. And this one Tough Mama blender or mixer is actually a lifesaver for me. This is around 800 pesos, but very useful. And then you could turn up you just want it to bubble up and prod up until everything it will create peaks, right? There. There. Ooh, so you see the peaks there? See? There, it's not going down, it's not stooping down, so that's it. We want that. Ooh, okay, that's done. Oops. Next step is we are going to add the desiccated coconut, like the whole thing, and we are just going to mix them all together. Right? Let's mix them. Slowly lang. Slowly, just gently, because the egg whites are gonna be very fluffy, right? So we want it fluffy. So just continue to mix this together, and I'll be back for the finished mixing version of it. And now it's time to add our 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, and then mix again. Melted the chocolate, the tablea with butter. You can actually heat it up some more, just a little bit for 10 seconds, and then add in the erythritol or the sweetener. Again, for my case, I used the stevia granulated, and the reason why I wanted it to be heated and I mixed it here because it's granulated. If you mix it right over here, you will be able to taste the granulated sugar, but you'll need to melt it here. And also here I'll be adding the vanilla extract, like maybe a teaspoon of it. Alright, so let's mix it. So after you do that, it's basically just to mix it all together there. Now we are gonna transfer this, pour it here, and then we're gonna mix it up even more, okay? So yeah, let's pour it up. There. Yan, so i-mix na natin. Mix natin ng ganyan. Thoroughly mix it. And then babalik ako pag tapos na akong mag-mix nito, ha? Okay, para hindi masyadong mahaba. Yan, so pag ganyan na, ready mo na itong lutuin, i-roll. At we're gonna cook this at 160 degrees Celsius for around 12 to 15 minutes. And I will show you how I roll them up and make it. So now I will show you how I make the balls of this one. Talagang I just take a spoon of it, and then ginagamit ko talaga yung kamay ko, and then by the way, I will show you later on the pan. So we're gonna, again, as I said, we're gonna bake this for 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. I use an electric oven and then use a baking paper or yeah, para hindi siya mag-stick. And then here's how you do it. I don't know if it's really clear. Hopefully you can still see it. So just one like moderate spoonful of it and then just put it in your palm like this and then just like squish it like this, right? And then to the other palm until you form a bowl. If that is so small for you, like for me it's too small, and then you just adjust ka lang, diba? And I think this is enough for me now. This is a pretty legit ball of macaroons to be cooked, so good enough. And now I'm gonna show you how I lay it out in the pan before putting in the oven. Let's go. So simple, I laid them down like there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 little macaroon bowls. So now let's bake this. Now in the oven, so now let's wait for 12 minutes. Alright guys, here it is. It's done. I cooked it for around 15 minutes good. And here it is. Yeah, and it's still hot. I can't show you how I will eat it or how I will bite into it, but it's very smells good. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video, this recipe. I hope that you will also make this, and if you did, please comment below what your experience is. Did you like it? Do you love it? And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye. You didn't think I'll be able to let you go, so here it is. I already took a bite, so here. There, can you see that? Tastes good. See you guys. Hope you enjoy this.